We all have that one friend who seems to be at the top of his game when it comes to getting the ladies. Anytime we try to know how he does it by asking him, we all get the same reply, which is, it's natural. So here's how he does it. Respectfulness. First of all is respectfulness. Among the things women can't resist in a man, being respectful sits at the forefront. Ladies like it when a man is respectful to the female folks. They enjoy it when you treat them with respect by asking them for their opinion before making crucial decisions and not bullying them into doing things they generally do not plan on doing. Many men fail to know these and continue to disrespect ladies without remorse. The result is that these ladies tend to see such men as monsters and do everything within their power to stay away from them. Buddy, if you want the ladies to come around, then start treating the ones around you with respect. It's not that hard, after all. You could start by taking basic steps like seeing her opinion in every matter, from the crucial ones to the less crucial ones, hearing them out, by never laying your hands on a woman, which is very obvious, please, or saying hurtful words to her, and never be playing with their feelings. Now, before you go about showing respect only to the ladies that you have an interest in, while treating other ladies around like trash, know that being fake to women is worse than being disrespectful, and no matter how hard you try to hide it, women will always discover fake men eventually. So dude, try to have a change of attitude as it relates to respectfulness. Dropping any narcissistic values you may hold will very well do the trick of turning you into a man several women desire. Ambition. Next up is ambition. You heard that right. Women can hardly resist ambitious men. Buddy, what are your goals? What do you plan to be in the next 5 years, career-wise? What are your financial targets and things that you plan to achieve shortly? If you have genuine answers to one or all of these questions, you are good to go. However, if you have no answers to these questions, then we got a problem. Dude, no girl wants to be around a guy that has no ambition, a man who lacks goals, a man who is content with his current level at his job, complacent in his life in every aspect of it, educational qualifications or financial state, everything. You want to see the ladies rushing to be around you? Then fix your ambition level. We all genuinely want to get better in life and to be better versions of ourselves than we were yesterday, and most times to do this, we often require that extra push from friends, partners, or our families. Ladies are not different. A lady who seeks to hit the peak of her career or wishes to get listed on the Forbes list of successful individuals will always go after men who can motivate her to achieve her dreams and even aspire for bigger things. Be that man for her by showing that you have your own goals and life plans. Trust me, dude, once the ladies discover that you know what you're doing, they're gonna start to see the potential of greatness in you. And this may very well be the beginning of them being unwaveringly attracted to you. Good sense of humor. One set of men that never go wrong with the ladies are those with a great sense of humor. When I say a good sense of humor, I'm talking about knowing the right things to say that could lighten up her mood and make her feel better in the moments when she's down. Women never find you irresistible? Well, then I'm guessing you don't have the humor. Work on it. This reminds me of a kind of a crazy experience I had back in high school. So I've always been a fun guy, right? You know, quote-unquote fun guy who has a special ability to turn sad faces into bubbling laughter faces. Call it my superpower. Might as well be right. During my final high school days, I caught feelings for a brunette in my class named Joyce. Some quick facts about Joyce. She was gorgeous, always studying, and never passed down on the chance to turn guys down. Well, I didn't want to be grouped among the dudes who had, wanted to get into a relationship with her but failed, so I had to do things a bit differently. I used the humor approach. Well, so you understand better, the humor approach is a method that I developed to get, I guess that I didn't necessarily develop it, but implemented it to get ladies who never pass on the chance to turn guys down on me. It's simple. You just have to make her feel comfortable around you by lightening up her mood anytime you're around her. That's what I did, guys. From telling light jokes to passing funny compliments over to Joyce, I made her feel like she was wanting more every time we ended a conversation. You want to know how that all ended? Joyce had no option but to say yes to being my girlfriend. She even confessed no guy had got her feeling as happy as I did. You want her to find you irresistible? Then be that guy who always puts her in a good mood. However, do tread with caution. Ladies like guys who have a good sense of humor, but they tend to just loot clowns. Always telling jokes and never being serious would ultimately make her see you as a clown, as somebody who's untrustworthy, who doesn't see things as worth taking seriously. As good as it is to be funny, knowing when to be serious, way more important. Trust me, once you get that balance right, you're going to become irresistible to the ladies around you, I promise. Intelligence. How smart are you, bud? How good are your contributions to discussions? How often do you proffer solutions to problems facing your friends? How often do you use the word proffer? Yeah, your answers to these questions will determine if your not being irresistible to the ladies thing is your fault or not. For the record, ladies like intelligent men. They love it when a man can challenge them intellectually and also contribute to group discussions. If you tick all of these boxes, that's perfect. However, if you don't, well, then my advice is that you build your intelligence. Are you surprised by my last sentence? Well, don't be, as there are several ways that you can build your intelligence level. It's a little daunting, but it ain't that hard. On the top of the list is reading. And not only does that improve your intelligence, it also improves your attention span, which we kind of live in a attention span drought. So it's a good thing to stand out, having an actual attention span. So yes, from articles to magazines down to newspapers, you gotta consume all that material. You should read books, though. And when I say books, I don't mean those restricted to your field of study. Anything, fiction, non-fiction, it's all informative to the brain. Consuming books, articles, magazines helps people build their intellect levels and also create something common between individuals. That's another part, yeah. You can then relate to people. They make people see things differently as well, and they can give people different perspectives about several situations. And believe me, you can't go wrong with picking reading as a hobby, as it'll help you become an all-rounder in no time and make the ladies go crazy after you. And a lot of them read, so that's a easy in right there. Now, before I go on, I would like to correct a common notion of intelligence being the same as brilliance. It's not. Being brilliant doesn't translate to being intelligent, dude. Just because your grades were often low in high school doesn't make you not smart, you know? Just because you were a straight-A student doesn't mean that you're the super intelligent, got that chip on your shoulder and you deserve it. No. So never limit yourself or pass on the opportunity to build your intellect because of your grades or anything like that. Those are external, generalized reflections of intelligence that don't really account for all the different ways in which one can be intelligent. So there's that. And remember, girls are often drawn to intelligent guys, so being just that guy will no doubt make you irresistible to her. Empathy. One common trait that guys tend to overlook is empathy. If only they knew how irresistible ladies tend to find empathetic guys. Guys that are in touch with their emotions. Buddy, you want to be so irresistible to her that she would do anything to be in your good books, then never pass on the opportunity to show her your empathetic side. Being empathetic translates to possessing the ability to understand and share the feelings of a friend or partner. It goes further to being sensitive to issues faced by friends and proffering solutions to their problems without sounding judgmental. Proffer. This begs the question, how do you behave around her when she's going through a difficult time? How do you react to her handling a situation poorly? What kind of advice do you dish out when she runs to you seeking for some, advice? Your level of empathy rests on the answers you provide to the above questions. However, here is my experience of how empathy could turn you into a woman magnet. Most people see me as a soft-hearted person, and that is true, but I never expected ladies would get attracted to me for this reason. Back in the day, I had a friend named Mary who was going through a tough time in her relationship. Mary's boyfriend was, in a word, toxic. He was manipulative and a cheat. He would do things and guilt-trip Mary for them, and in no time, I became Mary's go-to guy. She'd come to my apartment and talked about how her relationship was heading for doom, and I, being empathetic, would try my best to be there for her and give her advice when it matters. In no time, she ended her relationship, and our bond grew stronger than ever before. As a certified bad boy, I asked her out on a date the moment I realized that she ended her relationship. And one thing that hit me during those conversations was when Mary said that she loved my empathetic nature, or something like that. While we remained close friends to date, I've done quite a number on her coochie. Is coochie a weird word to say? Is it an unsexual word? Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. But the point is, buddy, no matter how amazing you are, the moment you lack empathy, ladies will never get drawn to you. So always try to be empathetic. Never be the judgmental type. Generosity. Time to talk about generosity. Dude, one trait that women can never resist is generosity. Yeah, women find it hard to pass on a highly generous man, not only to his friends, but also to strangers. Being generous is a great way to prove that you not only care about your needs, but the needs of others as well. When a woman sees a man, she tends to throw herself certain questions. Some of them include, is he generous? Can I depend on him when I'm financially down? Does his close friends and family find him dependable? If our relationship should lead to marriage, will he be good for our kids? Her answers to these questions would determine if she would want to be around you or not. So dude, if you find yourself helping out friends in need difficult, then you might want to, change as a person. as the whole logic behind generosity is that it goes both ways. You may as well find yourself being the one in need someday, and then you will have nobody. So give freely, my friends. Also, I must state that there is a massive gap between spending money on a gold digger and being generous. Very big. Genuine women want a man who's generous, but gold diggers also want those kind of men, but they just want them to give all the time. What I'm talking about is more, can she depend on you when she loses a job? Or when something happens? She shouldn't by default want your money. So if those financial requests begin to pile up, then your giving can be translated as an act of simping and not being generous. So please don't go around pleasing gold diggers because you want to pass on the message that you're generous. Wrong move. I could crumble you financially in no time. In essence, only act generous when you feel her needs are genuine. And don't be generous only to her as an act of being deceptive and fake. Once the ladies notice your generosity, they're gonna want to be around you more. Think about Keanu Reeves. That guy is generous, and he fucks. Trustworthiness. How trustworthy are you? Well, if on a scale of 1 to 10 your trustworthiness level peaks at 3, you've got work to do. For the record, women hate deceptive guys. They hate it when guys fake so many things just to be around them. And not only women, but people in general hate liars and individuals who are not trustworthy. Most men can do anything to get a woman. They could snitch on friends, tell lies, or even be fake just to achieve their goals. And if you fall into that category, you need to start being different, as that might well be the very reason that ladies don't find you irresistible. For a better scenario of how trustworthiness could affect your relationship with her, picture this. You meet a girl in the mall and immediately pique her interest. And it's mutual. After you approached her, you had some back and forth, and you succeeded in getting her digits. In the process of getting to know yourself better, you began to paint yourself as someone that you're not, just to fit into her idea of a perfect man. You lie about your job, your family background, your intentions for her to the extent that now she sees you as somebody that you're not. What do you think would be the outcome of your relationship the moment she realizes that you've been feeding her lies all the while? Well, if you ask me, I have to say, one that lacks trust and, kind of a piece of shit. Once a woman lacks trust in you or takes everything you say as a lie, she'll do everything within her power to stay away from you. And before you go about thinking that you're so smart and you would get away with telling a few lies here and there, believe me when I say women are the ultimate lie detectors. She would know that you're lying and never see you as somebody worthy of her trust. Courage. Yet another powerful trait that women can't resist is courage. Yeah, you heard that right. Women are highly drawn to courageous men, go figure. Women who stand up for what is right and never back off even when things aren't going as planned. So if you're the type that always chickens out when there's trouble, you know the reason why ladies don't find you irresistible. Your lack of a backbone. To prove my point, an illustration of how courage could get ladies drawn to you seems necessary. Well, it just so happens I have the perfect illustration for you. Some days back I hit the movies to watch something and damn, that was a good movie. The movie was about a doctor who played several medical investigations and discovered the dangerous effect of rugby on the players. Well, we all know how hard rugby games are, from the impact of collisions to the stress of moving the ball to the finish line. Dr. Johnson found that this left older players suffering from brain issues after years of retirement. He made this discovery known to his seniors at work and even the president of the American Rugby Association, but everyone seemed to shut him down. Did he give up? Hell no. Johnson continued to press on at the detriment of losing his job until the risk associated with rugby was duly accepted, and his work given full recognition. Well, after this ordeal of getting his seniors to believe in his theory, he ultimately became the star man of the hospital where he worked, and all the female staff from doctors to nurses began to go the extra mile just to associate with him. Well, you want to get the attention of ladies. Showing courage when it matters is a step in the right direction. Mind you, being courageous doesn't necessarily translate to taking physical risks. However, standing up for what you believe is right, despite the opposition you might face, is what it entails. Good cologne. You ever been complimented by a lady by how great you smell? Well, if you haven't, then you need no soothsayer to let you know that you gotta up your cologne game. Women love it when a man smells nice. They go crazy when a guy walks into a room and his scent immediately fills up the room. Dating pros know this, and they very much utilize this trick to their advantage. The reason the ladies find them irresistible. Some guys can be real funny. They attend dates and gatherings, failing to apply colognes. Some even go about smelling the onion and garlic they sliced the night before. Yet they keep wondering why ladies never find them attractive. If you fall under such category of guys, then believe me when I say, you need good cologne. Buddy, hit them all, go hunting for cologne that would draw the ladies' attention. I beg of you. From great cologne brands like Giorgio Armani to Dior cologne, you could make a great choice by picking out one that you hope will give you the perfect scent. Not trying to boast, but most times I step out, I always get a question of where I shop for my cologne. I honestly cannot count the number of ladies that I've attracted by just smelling nice. You want her to be drawn to you, then you know what to do. Use good colognes. Confidence. Confidence is a classic one. It's a trait that women look out for in a man, and the moment that you lack it, they will never find you irresistible. Dude, build up your confidence level. From the way you approach ladies to the way you converse with them, prove that you are the confident type. I get it. You hardly approach women. You fidget when they come around you, and all the words in your head fly away anytime that you're in their midst. Well, stepping out of your comfort zone can do the trick. When I say comfort zone, I mean doing things that you generally don't enjoy doing. If you want to be confident, then try to approach a lady whenever you feel the need to. Continuously doing that will help you build that confidence level, and it will make you a ladies' man in no time. That's it. That's all you need to possess to become irresistible to the ladies. Don't forget to apply them in your personal life, and also remember to click on that subscribe button for more updates.